are listening to Brink Radio.
And of course, we back. We're talking about Brink Radio right here on 96.3 FM. I'm your host, Brink Young, coming straight out of them South Memphis slums, pinky and the thumb, trying to get y'all sprung while I get me some. Listen, I told y'all at the top of this, man, we got a Betray Thirst takeover. And this is probably one of the most interesting parts of the takeover, man, because you got to have that homeboy. You got to have that ride or die. He actually plays the character in the movie called Jaron, but his real name is Everett Anderson. How you doing, family?
Man, my brother. Hey, I'm happy to be here.
Hey, I'm happy to have you on this show, man. This is a long time coming now. Of course, if I could give a little bit of background, first time I met you, man, was on set of a film called Coming to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to Africa, incredible movie. It features Khalil Kain. Of course, they probably know him from the series Girlfriends. They probably know him from Raheem and Juice.
Yep.
You were actually in a barbershop scene with him, and I met you. I actually ran lines with him. I met you, and it was just dope, man. It was dope. So it's good to finally be working with you, like in a more official capacity. Because I was just a PA. I'm just helping, you know.
No, I promise you, the pleasure's all mine for sure. Because a film wouldn't be a film without the PAs, without the cameramen, the lights, man. Get all that grip. You need everything to make a film look good, brother.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you.
No doubt, man. So, of course, we got to talk, man, because you are a part of this movie. We're talking about Betray Thirst. Mm-hmm. Like I say, I feel like you play a strong character in this. It's the comedic character. You are moral support. You are like you do so much. Let's talk about Jaron, man. So who is Jaron?
Man, so Jaron is that friend that you got. They got a boatload of potential, man, but he just don't even take his life serious, really. You know, he just always playing.
Yeah.
Man, I always got a joke. He when are you serious? That's what you got to ask that man, you know. But with him having so many different type of, you know, friends and different situations that he find himself in, you know, it's just he just one day I can't give away the film though.
Right.
I can't give away the film. So I'm just gonna say, hey, he's faced with certain situations and he feel betrayed as well. Right. In some cases, you know, the title Betray.
Yeah.
Is across the film. Now, of course, there's a primary, you know, topic at hand, but you know, Jaron, he feels some type of betray as well, you know, from his brother.
And that was crazy to me to actually see the film and see Jaron experience that, because that type of behavior you would expect from Jaron, not from Jamal. You know, and that was crazy to me, and to see you kind of be to the big brother in that situation. Man, how much of that can we talk about, man?
Man, when I tell you, we can talk from A to Z.
Yeah.
Because when I tell you that Jaron is a real person, he lives on the inside of me, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
You know, because I used to be that guy.
Okay.
And then it became another guy. But at the same time, you know, Jaron, he has boundaries, brother. He knows his boundaries as well. Now, of course, he still ain't serious though. You know, we know some people that has never grown up.
Yes, I do.
We know. I know, man. We all know that 40-year-old guy that. Hey, he couldn't wait till he get his money before he can get the fast car, before he can get the girls. But you know, at the same time, he never. You know, it's like you can't break that ceiling. You know.
Yeah.
And that's Jaron.
Yeah.
You know, until he was forced to break that ceiling, because the person that he leaned on the most for inspiration betrayed. Well, I ain't gonna call it betray, but he, you know, let him down. He disappointed him. He's like, his big brother let him down, and he's like, bro, what am I supposed to do? You know, it kind of just, it took a lot out of him, so he had to change that. You know, man, I can't. You know, y'all gotta see it.
Gotta see it, man. We're talking about May 6th. It will be available multiple platforms. One thing about you that I know is you had to really immerse yourself into this character, because that character is not really you. No. You know, it's elements, it's pieces, but like the language and all of that, that's not you. That's not you. Let's talk about it, man.
Well, you know, anybody that know me, actually, honestly, I had to audition for this role.
Wow.
Because Jaron didn't want, he said he didn't, you know, some people, they get the luxury of getting the phone call.
Right.
I didn't have that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because Jaron, of course, we've been boys since 2016.
Yes.
Man. With Hungo, you know, we've been rocking for a long time. That brother been getting better every time he pressed the record button on the camera.
Facts.
And I really do appreciate him. And I just want to let him know that, hey, I appreciate you. But when I tell you that Jaron in himself, man, I would say that, me, like, first, let me say this. I stopped cussing a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right. I did it for the reason of my children and, my family and stuff like that, because I don't want to accidentally cuss in conversation when I'm upset or when I'm frustrated. So therefore, you got to change your vocabulary.
Correct.
So I did that a long time ago for that purpose there. And walking into Darren, man, Darren is loose.
Yeah.
Darren he has a governor, man, but he's very, he flirts with the line for sure.
Yes.
But his vocabulary is most definitely very loose. So I had to lubricate, man, my cussing words again. I had to, man, get back into them. I actually, to get back into character, man, I had to listen to my Lil Wayne, man, my 2 Chainz, all my old school rap, really get back in there. Because when I listened to it, I used to bleep it out in the car by myself.
Wow.
But I had to, man, start letting it flow again, just to kind of get back into that character. Because he has Roman eyes, and everything, man. And that's just not me. Once you conquer your flesh, my brother, it's just some things that, your body just won't do automatically that it used to do when you wasn't as, controlled.
Absolutely, man. Like I told you guys, you definitely want to see this film because he's definitely stretching himself as a character. It was believable to me. So that means that you're a real good actor. You're a real good actor. Now, you did mention working with Jaron Lockridge. There was another project that you guys worked on outside of Hungo. We're talking about the Stix. You played Greer. Let's talk about it, man.
Yeah, man. So I've been Greer probably for a good, 4 years.
Yeah.
5 years, because the Stix started as a web series.
Web series, correct.
A long time ago. So we used to do 30-minute episodes. And then it turned into a film somehow, man, magically. It was, and then next thing you know, we rewrote it. We kind of kept a lot of the things, but he really wanted to open up the Stix to a universe.
Yeah.
Kind of like the MCU for all my Marvel fans out there, And when I tell you this brother put down, he was writing in pencil. This brother has to be writing in pen now, because that brother is putting out some good content, man, into the atmosphere of like just the indie filmmakers and stuff like that. But when I tell you the Stix really changed myself and just really diving into a character. I'm Greer in there, which is an undercover, narcotics agent, right? And of course, I'm jumping off of my agent Chew, which is my co-star. Big ups to Jeff for always coming through as well. Very professional, and I love just the dynamic that I do have with Jeff inside the Stix, because anybody that I love to work with, man, they come on set on time and your lines and you know your character and you can portray your character very well, just like Keenan Walker, my dog, my G.
Yeah.
In this film, Betray, man. It makes my job a little easier as well. So I do appreciate that. Yeah, but the Stix though, if y'all haven't seen it, you have to check out the Stix, because we got a lot in store. Cubic Zirconia just came out.
Right.
Check that out.
Right.
That's an extension of the Stix universe. And then all these characters, they're gonna run into each other on this next film. Maybe not.
Wow.
I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm excited about something I don't even know. I can't wait till y'all see it.
Hey, I'm excited too, man. But of course, we got to talk about one thing I read about you. You actually attended college in 2008 and decided to leave to pursue acting. We got to talk about that decision, man, because a lot of people don't have the intuition to jump out on faith and do that. Let's talk about what prompted you to do that.
Man. So back in the day when I was a child, me and my buddy Mike, you used to do improv scenes. This is before I knew it was called improv.
Yeah.
We used to just come up with different scenarios and we used to act out these scenes, not in front of cameras, not no lights, bro. It was just me and him using our imagination, really. And but I, you tuck it underneath the thing. I grew up in North Memphis, put your thumbs up. And when I tell you that, that wasn't as popular in my neighborhood, the arts, acting. We'll watch movies, but at the same time, you're going to make it about being a basketball player, football, rapper.
Yep.
I used to rap as well. You know what I'm saying? I was straight up triple OG back in the day, I'm just saying. So we used to do improv back in the day. And just growing up, man, and I, took all that stuff under to go into this other little bubble of Everett, really grew into that, into the hood, man, just growing in there, being that person.
Yeah.
And then I went to college, just going to get this 8 to 5, man. I went for computer engineering.
Yeah.
I'm in that joint, man, doing C++ and things of that matter. But when I tell you that it was short-lived, I enjoyed building computers. I was good at it. Thanks the Lord to bless me. Hey, I can do some tech, but it was boring though. And I felt like I was missing something, man. You know what I'm saying? And I always used to watch a movie and like, man, this is so great. Look at these guys, man. Cause I know the logistics behind the camera.
Right.
I know everything that it takes for this person to say, and I jumped off the cliff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be believable. The lighting gotta be right. The cliff gotta look good. Man, I just loved everything about it. And eventually I was like, you know what? What I don't want to do is turn 60, turn 50 and say, what if?
Wow.
What if I would have tried it?
Man.
I would have never known.
Yeah.
But of course, you got to jump because you won't never know. You won't never know if you're going to land. You don't never know if you're going to float. But I'm going to tell you something that's real. If you do your best, regardless of what the situation is, where you want college degrees, you want to learn how to cook, you want to anything, you want to be a pilot, great.
Yeah.
If you do your best, God will do the rest. You know what I'm saying? He will do the rest. As long as your actions support your prayers.
Right.
As long as your faith,
right.
Is supported by your works.
Correct.
Brother, you are going to achieve anything that you want to put your hands on, anything that you want to walk into, any door that you want to unlock, you can do it.
Yeah.
And one thing I know, and now of course, some dreams take a little longer to cook than others.
Right.
It's kind of like cooking a pot roast. You know what I'm saying? Some things you got to put in the slow cooker. Sometimes you can put it in the microwave. But when I tell you, man, staying faithful in this art right here, I want to make sure that I wanted to put my best foot forward.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't want to feel the regret. What they say, that you miss every shot that you don't take, right?
Correct.
Brother, we taking some shots.
Right. And they say the dumbest question is the question you don't ask.
Bingo.
So you definitely
Open your
have
mouth
to.
up.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because I feel that, and I think those thoughts as well, like, being 50 or being 60 and saying, man, I could have been, or I could have, but that's why I'm thankful that I actually put the work in and was able to achieve a lot of the things. And you as well, like you doing big things, in my opinion, like big things. I want to change the flow of traffic just a tad bit. I want to talk about, like, how is it for you balancing being a father with your career?
Oh man, it's a very unique thing. It's one of those things that when people see with kids, people that don't have kids, they're like, man, how you do that with kids?
Yeah.
When people with kids, they're like, man, how you do that with kids and a job? It's when you grow into that space, when you think that you wouldn't have time or energy, you do.
Yeah.
You realize that you do have the time. Everybody has time.
Yeah.
You have time, you have the energy, you have the resources to do any of this stuff. The thing about it is that you just choose to use your time. You use your resources in other areas, whether it be scrolling Instagram, whatever the case is. I always say, if you want it bad enough, you'll invest time into it.
Right.
There's somebody right now, bro, sitting on the couch saying, man, I wish I can lose weight, but I can't lose weight. But then they'll sit up there like, man, I need to go to the gym, but I ain't got time to go to the gym. But they'll also binge watch, the Black Mirror episods,
right.
You know what I'm saying? New season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But bro, you got the time. You just choosing to spend it the other place. Now, of course, scripture talks about, bro, your heart is where you place your treasure.
Right.
And in this particular case here, your treasure can be seen as your time, because time is the most expensive thing that you can waste.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? There's no refunds, right? So if I want to place my treasure, which is my time, into watching TV, then that's where my heart is. When the truth is, no, bro, when I tell you that I'm making sure that I give my kids the time and attention that they need, because the father is very important in the house. But at the same time, the time that I do have available, I do go to the gym. The time I have available, bro, I very rarely watch TV.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on in sports. I'm one of those guys that, of course, dudes come to me, man, they're like, hey, man, what you think about the playoffs? I be like, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the Super Bowl coming up? Like, I'm so far disconnected from, man, sports. And so I know the big guys. I know like LeBron and them. You know what I'm saying? I hear he make a whole bunch of touchdowns and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But bro, I'm too disconnected.
Yeah.
Because my time. Because I have my kids. I got 3 of them.
Yeah. Yep.
I really don't have no. And of course, this ain't a shot from my guys that watch sports, because it's a disconnect that we all need as men.
Right.
Now, my disconnect is movies. I'm a movie guy.
Yeah.
Now, so I do spend some time watching and dissecting a movie, because in this world that we live in as men, it's a lot on our shoulders. Yep. Our children lean on us, our women, our moms, our girlfriend, whatever the case is, wives, they lean on us, or whatever the case is. We need to have a space that we can go and take these things off of our shoulders and sit there and also rest our mind, turn our mind off just for a second. You know what I'm saying? But because of course, Scripture also talks about that a man needs peace.
Yep.
In order to function properly as a man in today's society, we have to have a clear mind.
Yeah.
So, and I want to make a proper decision for my children. If you haven't noticed yet, my time to myself is very important.
Yeah.
So I make sure I pour into myself, make sure my kids are taken care of, pour into myself, make sure that my career, which is the film and in that industry, is also taken care of. I have a 9 to 5 as well, my brother. So, because the film ain't, we ain't taking off just yet. Hey, we working on it. But my 9 to 5 is also needs some more of my time.
Yes. Yes.
And but to balance all of it, man, I would tell you that it's only the grace of God that He's the guy that sets up your schedule.
Yeah.
I fine tune it on my phone sometimes, but other than that, man, we're going. All of it's important.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make sure that we spend our time wisely.
Absolutely, man. Now, of course, outside looking in, you were actually involved in I would say publicized marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can say her name or not. I don't know how things work. I don't know what's still pending. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about life after the divorce, man. Because like I say, outside looking in, you see this beautiful marriage, this handsome brother, this beautiful lady, extremely talented lady, recording artist. And it turns into couple goals, outside looking in, 3 beautiful children, this beautiful union, outside looking in, couple goals. Not sure what happened. We don't even got to talk about it if you don't want to, but life after that, where's the hope for somebody like me, single brother, looking at what you were involved in, aspired to something like that, and then I see the demise of it. Help me, man.
Hey, I would always say that there's something to learn in everything.
Yeah.
God Himself put people in certain situations. Either you're gonna learn from it, you're gonna grow from it, whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I most definitely was in that situation, man. It was a beautiful thing. Marriage is a beautiful thing when it's done right. But of course, people have free will. And I think that everybody deserves to have some type of happiness and some type of joy and stuff like that. Now, of course, what that looks like to you is depending on yourself, and in most cases, your environment, your upbringing, what you've been exposed to as well. And sometimes that can make people's choices a bit jaded as well. Wonderful. I mean, I want to tell you that marriage, bro, is a blessing to any and all, whether it be the kids, even couples. If my advice to you is most definitely keep looking, and make sure that you put your best foot forward. Why? As we wait in this waiting room until we find the one, work on ourselves, because nobody's perfect. And in order to be married, bro, it takes a lot of patience.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of love. Love is an action word, So once you get into that space, you're gonna die to yourself every day. Our relationship with our wives is a very good example of Christ's relationship with the church.
Correct.
So you have to die to yourself, because this stuff that we live in called the flesh wants to do alternative things, and people make their decisions, brother, and you can't go against them. Ultimately, I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to be successful. You know, the only thing that I can control is myself.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I can give a ton of advice to people. You know what the phrase say, you can lead a horse to the water, can't make them drink and stuff like that. You know, bro, you can do that stuff, man. Like, you can love a woman right now. You can be the woman that you're dating right now, bro. You can do all that she's asking, but you can't make her commit to you.
Wow.
You know, and it's unfortunate, but hey, when I tell you that social media has changed the game, my brother.
Yes.
You know, it gives the illusion of options. And I don't want you to fall victim to the illusion of options. You know, just because hey, bro, you got it going on, man. You got your show, you got everything, bro. You killing the game out here. You know, so I imagine you have a lot of likes and stuff like that. But all those likes, all those women, or vice versa in women's cases, because women get way more likes way easier than men do.
They do.
You know, there's women that can get, man, 3,000 likes, 3,000 video shares, bro. And only, man, one guy out of those 3,000 is actually willing to marry her.
Right.
You know, but it's the illusion of opportunity, the illusion of options that really just kills the relationships in today's world. So my bro, you know, some people of course would say, E, you ain't the one to be giving that relationship advice. And I'm like, you know what? You might be right. But guess what though? I'm gonna give you what I got.
There you go.
Know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
God has most definitely placed it on my heart. He have most definitely seen me through a bunch of stuff, y'all. I've been cooked, overcooked, taken out the oven, put back in the oven. You know, I know a thing or two because I've been through a thing or two. And I would say that, hey, most definitely keep looking. The woman that God has for you, my brother, hey, she gonna show up. She gonna change your life. But at the same time, brother, you still gonna have a conscious decision to make.
Wow.
And God ain't gonna force it on you.
Yeah.
It's up to you to make it.
Man, we got to talk about your TikTok because you have a lot of inspirational videos on there, man. You giving a lot of advice. And it's funny how you mentioned, you know, how people say maybe you shouldn't give advice. Hey, you got a lot of experience, man. You've been to a place where a lot of, and I mentioned myself, aspire to be, you know, to be married to a beautiful R&B singer. It's like, that's the pinnacle. That's the mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yeah, you do have jurisdiction to give advice and share experience.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your TikTok.
Man, I want to say, you know, basically my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook, bro, where I post these videos, it's just really just, man, just to touch that one person that's in the back of the room. I do not do it for likes and views and stuff like that. Some of my videos don't have no likes, you know what I'm saying? But am I going to delete it? No, because the person that's finna go through my page, that one person that I make the video with, all of this is about being obedient.
Yeah.
You know, God places these thoughts in my mind, man. I can, like the videos that I do make, I have those thoughts randomly laying in my bed at night or driving in the car. And I'm like, man, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. I throw a video together and throw it online. Whoever it's for, they're going to receive it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All of it's really just, like I said, about being obedient, bro. And I think, you know, just being in the space where I am, I can only imagine how many men, you know, or women find themselves in the same similar situation and don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do. You know, the people commit, man, suicide all the time, bro.
Right.
And all the types. I've been in these places, you know what I'm saying, where your flesh will tell you that.
Yeah.
That's also why scripture talks about taking every thought captive. You know what I'm saying? You better not let no thought linger in your mind for a long period of time. That's the same reason why people cheat.
Yep.
It's the same thing. You see a little chick at work, man, and you let that image lay in your mind too long, the next thing you know, you start imagining yourself with her.
Right.
And then, you know, as you know, or you don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I'll say this, your imagination is going to ultimately turn into words with that person. And then those words are going to turn into actions with that person. And then those actions are going to turn into habits. And then the habits going to change your character. The next thing you know, now you out here cheating and you didn't even know it. Now look at you over here feeling betrayed because you're thirsty.
Hey, that was a perfect segue, man. We talking about May 6th. You guys definitely need to see this movie. It's a lot of what we talked about in this interview in the movie, whether directly or indirectly. It's all there, man. Go ahead and let the people know all of your social media as well as booking information. That way they can stay up with you, man.
Man. So on Instagram and I think Instagram and I think YouTube is the same. So it's Everett.s.Anderson. All right, you can find me there. On Facebook, it's Everett And. So EV is in Vulture, ERETTAND on Facebook. But, excuse me. But when I tell you that, you can find me just about anywhere, man. You can go to drop on my website if you guys want to find me there. You can contact me on there, which is www.everett-anderson.com. Got that from back in the day, man. I just keep it up just for, I ain't even selling nothing on it. You know what I'm saying? Just for a central location. If y'all trying to get a word or y'all trying to, see a video or something like that, man. Hey, look, I'm here. I'm here for you guys to contact.
All right, man. And of course, we need that hard sell. Tell the people why they should check out Betrayed Thirst on May 6th. Go.
Oh, man. On May 6th, you have to check out Betrayed Thirst because this is one of those groundbreaking films that's coming. It's an independent film, but it don't feel like an independent film, y'all. When I tell you it looks, sounds, even the cast, man, the crew, everybody showed up in this space to produce this, man, magical film that you're going to lay your eyes on. It seems like it's a Hollywood film, y'all. Done right here in Memphis and Jackson. It's a Tennessee film done right here. And when I tell you that trying to support the local cast, hey, do that. Support without me being. I ain't just saying. Sometimes I can be a little biased, and I might be a little biased right now. But most definitely go check it out, y'all. It got some hard hitters to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if y'all don't know these folks' name. I don't care if you don't know my name. But hey, when I tell y'all, when y'all watch this film, y'all gonna remember it. Y'all gonna know who Keenan Walker is. You know what I'm talking about? That's my brother, y'all. That's my brother. Hey, that brother showed out, didn't he?
He did, man.
That brother showed out.
Both of y'all did, man.
Oh, man.
The whole cast, you guys did an incredible job. Even the, I want to say the receptionist at the law firm, she was killing it with the facial expression, all of it, man. So I definitely want everybody under the sound of my voice watching this video as well as listening on the radio. I want y'all to check out this film. We're talking about May 6th. It's called Betrayed Thirst. Make sure that you go to IMDb and leave a review.
Yes.
Rate the movie, and then Rotten Tomatoes as well. Go to Rotten Tomatoes, leave a review. Let them know how you feel about this movie. But dog, I gotta say thank you for being a guest, man.
No, I thank you for having me.
Hey, this means a lot, and this interview is definitely therapeutic. I'm healing as we speak, but I appreciate it, dog. But hey, with that being said, now back to Brink Radio. Don't